Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I just came in today briefly to pretty much see how you guys are holding up. The reason why I asked that is if you feel like I do, then you almost feel like there's been a death in your family. I don't want to talk so much about the murders. I have been here watching CNN and MSNBC, and I refuse to watch Fox. I know not to go over there. But I am not liking the way that this is going. And I feel that the focus is being shifted from what actually precipitated everything in Dallas to now we're focused on these police officers. And what I mean by that is that there would be no protest in Dallas had there not been these unjustifiable homicide of these two black men. You had Philando Castile trying his best to comply. And he was shot. Was it 4 or 5 bullets? You had Alton Sterling, allegedly a homeless man, called in and said that he had gone up to Alton Sterling and, this is according to the media, that he had asked Alton Sterling for some money. Alton Sterling said, "Get away from me, you shouldn't be around here," and he brandished his gun. And those police officers rushed in, tased him, tackled him to the ground, and shot that man in his chest while he laid on his back. Clearly the video shows he had nothing in his hand. Okay? So those are the facts. Those are the facts. It is what we saw with our own eyes. But now, the media wants to pull up their records, talk about how terrible of people that they were. So my answer to that is, so you shoot them out on the street because of something that they did in their past. Now, Alton Sterling, they said, had a record. He was a convicted felon. I think it was for a sexual encounter or something, statutory rape. So that means rape with permission. It doesn't mean that he actually went out and found a stranger. I mean, it's still a crime, but statutory means with permission. Okay? He paid his debt to society, and it's something that he put in his past. Just like some of their men have done crimes in the past, they've paid their debt to society and they're out. And they're supposed to be able to go on with their lives. Selling CDs has nothing to do with rape. This other young man, Philando Castile, when you hear the people that work at his job speak of him and talk about how those children looked up to him and how this loss of him is going to impact those children at that school, and how he had never been in any real trouble, and how he had been working since he was 15 years old, and how he was just a nice, sweet guy, laid back, and, just a good fella. And now he's gone. And then we turn on the news, and pretty much they are running their characters through the mud like I said they would. This country is built on hatred, though they try to act like they're not. This country has a way of going every place else in the world and telling people how to treat their people, but they don't know how to treat black people here in America. This country, when we raise up and we fight back or we protest, we're supposed to go somewhere and sit down and shut up. You're not supposed to protest. Sit your black ass down and shut the hell up. Fuck what they did to you. Shut up. They don't want to hear it. I am going to state just how I feel. I am sorry for the families of those officers. It is tragic to lose a loved one. Tragic. It is tragic to have your loved one shot down in the street like a dog. It's tragic, isn't it? I feel sorry for the families, but I do not feel sorry for the officers. I do not. I cannot. I am a 51-year-old woman. I have lived quite a few years and I have seen quite a bit. I have endured quite a bit. This is not something that I heard of. This is something that has happened to me. I am a law-abiding citizen. I have never done anything, stolen anything, cheated anyone out of anything. I work for everything that I have, and so does everyone that I know. Now, no, they may not be a CEO of a company. They may not be, a president of something or some big time job. Even if they work at McDonald's, they're working. Yet, our lives don't matter. We're supposed to just say, oh, they killed those two guys. They were criminals. They weren't worthy to live. And then they become judge and jury right on the street. What the fuck is that? That white boy that went in that church, that shot up those people in that church, do y'all know they took that bastard to Burger King and bought him something to eat because he was hungry? Yet, when Philando Castile's girlfriend and baby, the little 4-year-old, was in the back, I don't know if that was their mutual child or it was just her child, but they pretty much held them hostage until 5 a.m. the next day. No water. She stood on television and said everything that happened to her. She was treated like she was the criminal. I'm watching this TV right now, and they keep playing this shit over and over and over. These poor officers. Hell, they had more compassion for Harambe than they did those two men that bled out right there. That, to watch Philando in that car moaning, and that baby, and when Diamond got in the police car and she screamed out in frustration once she realized, he's gone, or I think he's gone, and she was screaming, and that baby was like, I'm here with you, mommy. What the hell? A 4-year-old should not be comforting their mother. Like I said in my other video, they did not give a fuck that baby was in the back. Not a fuck. A bullet could have went through the seat. It could have ricocheted, hit Diamond, and took out the baby. That officer stood there in all his glory and shot down in that fucking car. And we supposed to feel sorry for them? I don't. And I'm sorry. Those families, now you know how we feel. I'm sorry. It's terrible to have your loved one shot out in the street, isn't it? Over some bullshit. Now y'all know how we feel? And I was not raised like this. I was raised to have compassion. But I'm sick of it because they don't have compassion for us. Like I said, they cared more for a fucking gorilla. They was ready to sign all kind of petitions. These motherfuckers was down in Cincinnati in front of the zoo with goddamn signs. Do y'all know that? Poor Harambe. Now, I'm sorry the motherfucker was shot. But let's face it, there was a kid between his legs. But these cocksuckers was down in Cincinnati with motherfucking signs, all upset that Harambe was killed. But they silent now. What it is, y'all, is they see that maybe we're getting tired of they shit, and we're starting to fight back, and these motherfuckers are scared. They know what their ancestors did. They know what happened during Jim Crow. They know what happened during the Civil Rights Movement. They know all these things. You cannot continue to fuck over a people and never expect them to get mad. Never expect them to rise up and fight back. That's what they did when their ancestors came from England, isn't it? They left because they were being mistreated. It was religious freedom and all of that bullshit. And they came to America and fucked over the Indians. Took they shit. Put them on fucking reservations. You very rarely see a goddamn Indian now. I'm sick of the media. I actually watched the blab that Sean Bradley did, and I must say it was very, very good. I also watched Erica De Niro Kelly's video on things that we can do to help the movement. You guys need to go watch her video. It is very good, and I'm actually uploading something to Facebook. She has the YouTube, the YT covered, so I figured it doesn't, make sense for me to post a video on YouTube because Erica has it covered, and I would just be repeating what she's already said. But she has some very, very good ways that we as black people can let them know that we're tired of this bullshit. We're tired of it. We're not taking it anymore. Today I asked my son, would he do YouTube live with me? And he said yes, but I don't know how. He's a very laid back guy, and he's not feeling YouTube, so I'm gonna have to talk him into it. Now, if he is, we're gonna get down in my kitchen, and what I wanted to do is, I'm a little bit older. I sit here and watch this shit and I feel like I'm about to pass out. I want to choke somebody. But I wanted to get a younger perspective. I know what I see. I know what has happened to me. But I know that he has some stories about being pulled over. He sees things, differently because he is a man and he is young. And I asked him for his perspective of things. I asked him, would he watch Sean Bradley's video? His blab. And I also asked him to watch Erica De Niro Kelly's video and kind of tell his friends, the things that she said that we can do to help the movement. Because, y'all, this is a movement now. We can't keep, just protesting when things happen. We got to do something, because if not, it's going to happen to someone else. And you always say, this couldn't happen to me. We could be the next person sitting here, mourning the loss. It's a crapshoot, and it's not just in my city or your city. This happens all around the country. So before it gets one of us, let's kind of start doing some things that are going to stick it to them. And I'm telling you, I cannot highly suggest Erica De Niro Kelly's video, because it gives some concrete things that we can do as a community that will start to make them kind of pay attention to our demands and our frustrations and do something about it. So I'm going to go now because, like I said, my son, he said that he would do a YouTube live with me. But again, I'm not exactly sure because he's not feeling YouTube. He's okay to watch a couple videos, but beyond that, I don't know. My daughter would be more apt. So If I do it, if he does agree to do it, then I will like set a time. And right now it is 4:30 Eastern Standard Time where I am. So I'm gonna say 5:30. And I don't know how long it will last. It depends on how long he's willing to talk. So guys, you take care of yourself as always. Stay safe. Keep watching this media because they are shifting the focus off the whole reason why Dallas happened. Okay? You guys have a great one. Until we see each other, hopefully, on YouTube Live. Okay. Bye bye now.